All right. Well, I guess we can continue on now. We have a hunch what could have happened to him. We don't really, but I don't actually know. I think I solved the mystery, but I can't figure out these small little things here and there. Okay. Wait, Dr. Miranda more? Nope.
Sorry, but I still can't believe.
Neither can we.
You can't imagine.
Miss, those books aren't really...
Don't even tell me. No, no, no. I don't want to know. Let it be a surprise instead.
No, I didn't mean...
Leave it to me, Sonny. I'm good at this. Thank you, miss. Your words are very flattering, and we are honored.
No, I thank you. I'll never forget this day.
We won't either, that's for sure.
We're happy to bring you joy, miss. Anytime.
Can we look at the mural again? There's no ripped off
Art
part?
heals, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Art heals.
It's a piece of a painting, judging by how well it was hidden. We should go to reception first.
Well, we already did.
Please.
Thank you, miss.
We need to go back to him?
That's quite shocking
Oh, I guess
information.
so. Might be.
I think you understand why we kept it a secret. If it wasn't for Mr. Wessler's demand, we'd never let any of our patients walk freely outside our institution.
Then the accident happened.
Accident? Ha! We didn't believe it, not for a second. After Albert came back to us, horribly mutilated,
He was
he was
different.
different.
Yeah.
Different how?
Okay. God damn
If
it.
someone got one of his eyes poked out and his tongue torn out, he'd be different, but not like this. Albert
Albert was
was a
person.
different person.
Yep, that's a very key
We
line.
believe you, Doctor. So, can we take a look at Albert's cell?
I'm usually not that great at like figuring the
I'd
plot
rather
out
call
that
it
early
his
on.
room. Mr. Wessler lived in exceptional circumstances.
Thanks to the Wessler name, I guess.
Yes. Well, we try to make all of our patients stay as comfortable as possible, but Albert certainly enjoyed special favoritism.
I hope you don't mind if we take a look around in there.
That's not going to bother anyone.
Well, that's, surprising.
I've
Uh-oh.
never seen a cell like this before, that's for sure. I wouldn't mind living here myself.
It seems that being a Wessler gets you privileges.
And a healthy dose of danger.
Mostly that, yeah. Let's take a good look around. I'm sure we'll find some answers here. I can almost smell them.
Well, I smell paint, ink, plaster, some kind of oil, aging paper, slight smell of rat, and great expectations.
What the dickens?
That's a good
Unmistakable.
reference.
Yeah.
This place is bad for you, pal. But if you've already jump-started your beak holes, then sniff out the solution.
I'm on it, Boss Bird.
Okay, well, let's take a look at the creepy
No
mural.
way. Is this some kind of puzzle?
I don't think so. But we could still find something important here. A pattern, a sign, anything.
Okay, see a cat with a hat on. The eyes. Eyes, eyes, eyes. I can't read that. There's a bat in the eye. Stars, eye, star. Is that the cat lady? Natasha? Oh. What the fuck? Can I draw? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude, let's go. Okay, whoops.
The style. It's very
This is the
familiar
piece
to
of
me.
the painting we got.
You've been lonely for far too long, huh?
Not funny, Marty.
It is, a little. So this is an original Albert Wessler.
I think so. It's pretty good, I must say. And I saw something very similar in Natasha's room.
You kept me out of it.
Sorry, little boy.
Ah.
Maybe next time.
Let's see what else. Writing desk. Oh, photo
Identical
clusters.
twins. And looking at it, they may have easily loved the same woman. Two men
they
and
did.
one woman. Nothing good ever comes of that.
Well, I wouldn't say that exactly.
Of all the
Ah.
wild ones, Marty, please, stitch up your beak, okay?
Just use your imagination, old bird.
God, he's a freak.
Scribbles,
papers.
newspaper articles, study papers, poems. Perfect chaos.
Happy chaos.
Just like the troubled mind of a troubled fella.
Yeah, but there's still a kind of order in it. It's just too intricate for you to comprehend.
If you say so, boss.
Look at that.
Letter.
A letter.
A ladder. Oh, can we look at it? Let's take a look.
Identical twin.
I know I don't exist. I don't exist because you don't see me, but I'm not what you think I am. You don't think about me, do you? Never. No. I think of you every day, every minute, always. In my dreams, I have become one with him. One soul. This is from Albert, saying that he's going to become one with Ibn. You know who I'm thinking about, right? Can you feel it? Can you feel that I'm there too? With you? Can you feel it, right? I can't hold it in myself for long. Forgive me, please. I'm sorry, I can't help it. The world is crashing down, the whole world is rotting and rotting. Everything is rotting around me. I have to get out of here, to become one with my destiny, and one with you.
Albert
Forgive me.
was madly in love with Natasha and would have done
I mean, that
anything
could be
for
about
her.
Natasha, but that also
I'm
could be about
afraid
his own
he
brother.
did exactly that.
He became technically one with his brother.
What do you make of this?
Apart from the fact the guy was totally insane? I don't know. What should I?
That maybe we've been chasing the wrong person all this time, Marty.
What do you mean?
Everything will be revealed soon.
Oh, so does Sonny actually
Why
know?
do you have to be so melodramatic all of a sudden?
If I'm right, this'll flip the whole case upside down.
What's that, Sonny? A blurb from some horrible novel?
I just have to think things through before I come to any hasty conclusions, Marty.
No, I think we can think it
you're
through.
killing me. So, what now? Where to?
Back to Clawville, where we can finally put all the pieces together.
Oh,
You're
thank God.
driving me crazy. But all right, let's go home.
Going home. Bye bye. Oh wow, we have Codex. We already read these. Oh, we have to press the buttons, right? Clawville.
Oh, I don't believe this.
Ugh.
Those two again?
Take them out. My car won't last much longer.
Don't
Goddamn.
worry, Sonny. I was born to do
We
this.
got the shotgun out?
Are you blind or what? Where did you learn to shoot?
Gotti. Bye bye.
Well, that was close.
A little too close for my taste. And it only strengthens my belief. Wessler is desperate. He knows if we survive, he's done for.
He's
Come on,
absolutely
what
done
did you
for.
work out? Will you tell me already?
Sure. Let's put the picture together, piece by piece.
Alright,
Let's
we know.
start from the beginning.
We already know it.
So, we got a case.
Tasha. Tasha's secret. Go. Message from Natasha? No. Oh, she wants us to find the painting. And destroy the painting to hide what happened to. Okay. So they try to keep it secret from us.
Natasha tried to show us
Yeah.
the painting.
Okay. It's not a clue. Oh, it's one of these. Yeah.
And that painting would have shown us the way.
Secret of Outer Wester we still need to find. To the asylum. No. Okay. Man, I'm not doing too well on this one. The corpse. Okay, nope. Is it with an
Ibn
Albert?
and Albert Wessler. Albert painted Natasha, so he met her on more than one occasion.
Okay. Starting to get it now. Fatal love.
Which made Albert
Fall in love with Natasha on one night. He killed his brother so that he could take his place in secret and win Natasha's heart.
fall in love with Natasha. And on a fateful night, he killed his brother.
Okay, so
he
it
could
didn't have
take
to
his
take us
place
too
in
long to
secret
figure out what it
and
was.
win Natasha's heart.
We
So
solved
what
it.
happens
We solved
now?
the case. We're just like detectives.
The inevitable, Marty. We're going to the Wessler mansion to confront Ibn with the facts.
Gonna fight him with, gonna destroy Ibn with facts and knowledge.
You mean Albert,
Shut
right?
him down with the facts and the knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, Natasha.
Do you think she knew about it?
Something stinks, Marty. The whole case seems too
The fact
intricate.
that like the king is paying for that psychiatric hospital makes me fucking scared.
Too many coincidences,
This
right?
could be like very a very
Well,
involved
well,
case.
after 10 years, you did learn something, didn't you?
9.
You're right.
Huh.
What?
You just laughed, Sonny.
What? No, I snorted.
No, you laughed.
Ah, just leave it, Marty.
I'll be telling this to my grandchicks.
All right, pal, that's enough.
Okay, okay. So, Albert fell madly in love with Natasha and decided to have her for himself.
And his best chance was to trade places with Ibn Wessler.
So that's why the torn out tongue.
Yeah, Ibn couldn't squeal even if he wanted to.
What a diabolical plan.
More like
But why the messages then? Why the threats? Albert got what he wanted. He could have got away with it.
He has multiple personalities.
I'm not a psychologist, Marty, but remember what the doctor told us. Albert has a seriously injured mind and a split
We're
personality.
detectives. We're true detectives.
I think his two identities were at war with each other.
So the messages were written by one of his personalities, consumed by jealousy?
But the fact that they're like saying all this makes me think I'm missing a key piece because we can't just go there and be like, well, we just talked about what the answer
Something
is.
like that, Marty.
There's something missing.
But we can only learn the whole truth from
Yeah.
him.
You're right. So, are we going or what?
We're going, Marty, to finally finish what we started.
Well,
Hell yeah.
if there's anything you'd like to do before, do it now, boss. You won't have a chance later.
You're right, Marty.
Say bye to Lewis.
Hey, Lewis. You weren't awake all night because of us, were you?
I've never been this excited, Sonny. Seriously, it is a
Oh,
great
you're part of the
honor to be
team.
part of
You're
the
coming
team.
with us.
What is it?
You, Lewis, you don't stutter anymore.
What?
Just now, you didn't stutter. Not even a little.
Oh, I must be exhausted. It happens sometimes.
And it's back.
So, thanks again, Lewis. You always get us out of trouble.
Come on, boys. Don't even mention it. It is me who is grateful to be a part of an adventure of the chicken police.
Maybe
Hell yeah.
the last one, too.
There might be
Hey,
some- who
Sonny.
knows?
Don't spoil his mood. He's so cute.
Pardon?
Nothing. Nothing.
Cartron.
I see we're ready.
You'll need a shotgun for this kind of deal, Marty. Maybe even that won't be enough.
Nothing to
Big
fear
Bertha.
while Bertha's here. Even less because you're here too with Mr. Sinclair, of course.
Should I cry?
That would be nice for a change. It's a little outdated.
It can pierce the skin of a rhino, Marty, and the rust brings back memories. I'm a man of bad habits.
You know, sometimes I feel like I'm one of your bad habits.
Rest assured, Marty.
Big
Ah,
Bertha.
Her Majesty Bertha II.
My drumstick still hurts every time I see her.
Be glad you're alive. Bertha rarely leaves witnesses.
Okay.
I just realized. Ibn at the Tsar Club.
Yes, Marty. Albert's been Ibn for a long time now. Do you remember what Natasha said about him?
He's been not acting like
That
himself.
he's been acting strange recently.
Exactly. Like he's not himself anymore.
It was almost hitting us in the face, huh?
It really was.
Don't blame yourself, Marty. We couldn't have figured that out just by ourselves. The whole story's too twisted for that.
Well, it's how we make our living, Sonny. And I'm sure we'll have plenty more twisted cases to come.
Who knows, Marty?
Yeah, right.
Um,
Do you think the asylum was in on it? I mean, covering up Albert's disappearance?
You know that reptiles give me the creeps. One of them even set fire to that ship. But oddly enough, the doctor seemed honest to me.
could be, but I don't know.
He
man.
seemed like a patient to me. Seriously, I thought everyone was crazy in that place.
Yeah.
They really were.
Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process, he doesn't become a monster.
Are you still talking about the doctor?
Good question.
Albert's
So,
letter.
what's the plan? We shove the letter and our theory in his face and see what happens?
Something like that, Marty. I think our presence will be enough for the truth to come out.
I really hope you're right, Boss Bird.
We have no other choice. So I hope so too.
Do you think it's a love triangle? I mean, could Natasha love Albert as well?
Good question, Marty. But I don't think so. When I first spoke to Natasha, she told me she loved Ibn in her own way.
In her own way, huh? And could she love two rats in her own way?
Maybe. Maybe she even suspected the truth, but didn't dare admit it, even to herself.
Tasha.
So, what do you think now that it's clearer?
I don't know, Marty, but I believe Natasha didn't mean to be bad. Not intentionally, at least.
I'm not as sure of that as you are, boss. But we'll find that out pretty soon, I guess.
I think Natasha was very much aware that wherever she goes, disaster follows her. But it's not her fault, and she can't do anything about it. There are people like that.
Really?
Sucks to
You
suck.
don't say. Someone remarkably similar came to mind right now.
You mean me, right?
Who can even read minds?
Maybe you're right, Marty. Maybe
Maybe
you're
you're
right.
right. Okay, let's go. To the Wessler residence. Come on, let's go.
The sun was shining, and all the ducks were in a row. I
Jesus
felt ready.
Christ.
The pieces of the grand puzzle were laid out on the table. I just needed to piece them all together. A revealing glance or a careless word, and I'd have the answer.
Those fucking freaks.
I knew we were in the right place. I knew it was nearly over. Was Natasha really just a victim? Or did she know everything? Was she controlling the puppets from behind the curtain? Well, if you don't know where to go straight ahead. What could possibly go wrong? Here I am, Natasha. I hope you're waiting for me.
Furry gods. I knew he was rich,
That was
but
pretty nice.
wow.
Half the city is in his hands, Marty, and half the Council of 12.
I just almost the
I
majority of the
think we'll
12.
catch a big fish today.
Don't count your chickens. I'm sure Wessler's expecting us. And Natasha, too, I hope.
You hope?
If I'm right,
Really
she
green
could be
here.
our
It's
only
weird.
chance of survival.
Lovely prospects, huh?
I've had worse.
Really?
Let's see what's around. The Rat Knight?
Huh. One of Wessler's ancestors, maybe.
Wessler's ancestors were poor cobblers. More likely, this represents what he thinks of himself.
I wonder how chivalry is compatible with organized crime.
Ibn was planning to leave the underworld.
When his twin brother tore out his tongue, poked out his eye, killed him, and took his place?
Yeah.
Oof. Greenhouse, mansion, entrance, fancy car, tower. Okay, let's go.
Hey,
Hi.
not so fast, chickens.
Good to see you guys
Please excuse
again.
my partner. We didn't mean to be rude, it's just his terrible habits, as you may already know.
Ah, look what the cat dragged in.
Funny, I don't recognize them.
Well, maybe if they had some guns with them? Tommy gun?
Oh, yeah. Now I remember. The two suckers in the luxury van you shot to pieces. Twice.
Exactly.
What are you doing here, chickens? Would you like us to finish what we started?
We'd love to have fun with you boys, but we need to talk to your boss. And while we're at it, the lady of the house is also expecting us.
Is that so?
Yeah, that's so horny.
That's so horny.
In that case, I guess there's no reason for us to waste your precious time. Isn't that right, Gabriel?
Get the hell out of our sights while there are still feathers on your skin.
Easy, pal. We're not even here anymore. Until next time, boys.
Let's keep going.
This must lead to Wessler and Natasha's suite.
Well, let's get the big guns out and kick the door down.
No need for that, Marty. We'll wait until they invite us in, like real gentlemen. Then maybe we'll need the guns. But I hope it won't come to that.
Oh, my trigger finger's itching, Sonny. Someone's gotta pay.
Relax, Marty. Someone is gonna pay. Tonight.
Yeah, just don't let it be us.
Thought
Ah, what a pleasant surprise. Hello, Olivia. Sweetie.
Get lost.
What did you say, man?
Turn around and get the hell out of here now. If you want to make it out with feathers intact.
Come on, Olivia. Don't worry about us. We know what we're doing.
Martin,
Huh?
don't you get it? You have to get out of here or you'll be in danger, and also her.
Do you mean Natasha? Please calm down, miss. We have to talk to Mr. Wessler and Miss Katsenko.
You really don't understand, do you?
Uh-oh. Wow.
What do they not understand, Olivia? So, what is it exactly that our guests don't understand?
I was trying to tell the detectives that Mr. Wessler's very tired and doesn't welcome guests this early. He gets rather irate if he's being disturbed at this hour.
I'm sure Mr. Featherland and Mr. McChicken can wait here while Ibn refreshes himself. I'll entertain them until then.
Thank you, Miss, Katsenko.
Please, Sonny, I thought we've already discussed this. Call me Natasha.
Please, Natasha, can we talk to you in private?
Martin? It's all right, Olivia. These gentlemen are my friends.
Yes,
We're all
Miss
friends.
Katzenko.
Stop.
The truth is, Ibn isn't really in a good shape today, gentlemen. He's rather furious. Are you sure this can't wait?
Yeah, because he knows we know.
You commissioned us, Natasha, and we
We know he
barely
knows we
escaped
know.
with our combs intact.
So you know who left the threats?
Oh, we know much more than that, Natasha. We even know where you used to work. We talked to Madame Zavas.
Wild gods!
Why didn't you tell us?
Do you think it's easy for a woman to talk about such things? That she used to be an escort?
Along with Molly?
So you know.
Yeah, I know, Natasha. I also know all of this was a trap.
Believe me, I tried to handle things the least painfully I could. You weren't even supposed to know.
A lot shouldn't have happened. Poor Deborah shouldn't have had to die.
Dear sweet Deborah,
Cold, stiff Deborah.
please don't say that.
A price worth paying?
You cannot think I had anything to do with that. You just cannot.
I don't know, Natasha.
Please, Sonny, tell me, what is going on?
You have to know, right?
Please.
Excuse me for making you wait, detectives. I'm having a rough morning after a long night.
Is that so? Our night was also kinda long.
To put it mildly.
I was just telling the gentleman that you were exhausted, my dear, and they should come back another time. I'll escort them out.
Oh, honey, no need for that. My door's always open to the legendary chicken police. Please, come on in, guys. Let's talk in my room.
Then this way, please.
You just stay here, my darling. I'm sure our conversation will bore you to death. Please, go and refresh yourself, or tell Olivia to go make some coffee.
Yes, dear. Whatever you like.
Please, follow me, Jen.
Lead on, Wessler. So long, sweetheart.
Goodbye.
Where are we going? Up the stairs. Okay. Haha, we found it.
This painting.
It's beautiful and rather provocative. Almost makes my comb stand up.
I'm not surprised.
But the corner is missing.
You're right, Sonny. You're quite the observer.
Well, yeah, this painting's unfortunately damaged. I don't know where the missing piece could be.
You don't know? Well, if you're interested, we know exactly where it is.
Really?
Really. It's here with us.
An insignificant little piece, isn't it? But there's an exciting cat scratch on it.
More like a rat scratch, because it's a monogram.
A.W.
That's...
Albert Wessler. He's a great painter. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Enough! Out with it already. What are you trying to say? I have no time for your
We
childish
didn't even
charades.
bother with talking with him.
Easy, Wessler. We'll get to that in a bit.
Like, what's going on? Oh, found the book. Farewell from Foul.
So, what do you want to know? I've heard you've been through a rather eventful few days.
Oh, you have rather good informants.
Yeah, that's true. I should tell you, I see and hear everything that happens in the city. And you are exceptionally resilient. No offense.
None taken. But tell me, are we gonna flatter each other for a long time, or are we finally done with the courting?
Straight to the point. I like it. Yeah, so let's continue like that, shall we? What do you want? How dare you intrude upon me in my own house?
Oh, forgive us. Our moral compass has been confused a little bit after someone tried to kill us several times in the last 48 hours. With fire, with machine guns. I could go on.
I think that's it.
And while we're at it, you could answer some of our questions. If you've nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear.
And then we'll just leave you alone.
All right. I'll go along with your childish little game. I would have had a long and tedious day ahead of me anyway. So, can we start?
With pleasure, Mr. Wessler. I have no idea what she sees in you, but Natasha's been seriously worried about...
Yeah, she,
Oh, you.
really worries more than usual, but it's understandable. Those disgusting messages.
Disgusting, all right. Do you know why that word exactly? Why did they write that specific word everywhere?
Since you've been to the Nile, I guess you know the answer to your question.
But only a few people know about that because you covered it up.
Didn't
Wessler.
it bother you, Wessler? What Natasha used to do? Surely it must have upset you.
Why? Did it upset you when you discovered your wife did the same thing?
What did you just say?
What did you think, chicken? That I didn't know? Yeah, don't make me laugh. I know about everyone who ever set foot in that place. I can even tell you who Molly's regulars were, if you're interested.
You son of a bitch.
Sonny, don't.
Yes, detective?
Not yet.
You're right, Marty. It's not worth it.
You're funny, you know that?
Piece of a painting.
About the painting.
Yeah. My brother Albert made it. He's a great talent, but, still, he's a rather troubled individual.
Such self-criticism.
What did you say?
My partner means that you and your brother are very much alike. Identical twins, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, now I'm stupid. The fucking, when we were in the patient's room and we saw the scribbles on the wall, that was to indicate that this wasn't Albert Wesker because Ibn Wessler isn't a drawer. He doesn't know how to draw. I don't know what the eyes and everything were for. Oh, maybe because he lost his eye, I guess? I don't know. But the drawings weren't good in comparison to what he typically draws.
Indeed. But, what does that have to do with the painting?
We'll get to that. Don't worry, Mr. Wessler. So Albert made the painting at your request, is that right? And the one that's in Natasha's room in the Tsar, too.
Yeah, exactly. Is that a crime?
No, it's not a crime in itself.
Photo of the
This
Wesleys.
picture, it's rather strange, you know?
Why do you think so? It's just me, Natasha, and my brother.
The photo doesn't tell much in itself, yes. But if you already have the right information, suddenly it starts to talk.
Really?
He fell in love with her, didn't he?
Who do you mean?
Albert, of course. He fell in love with Natasha. All those sessions while he was painting the pictures. Were you there every time?
You mean, me?
You.
No, I mean, while Albert was painting, yeah, but I wasn't there all the time. Albert was there, all along.
And do you think he could have fallen in love with Natasha? That's why he escaped? What do you think happened to him? Who tore out his tongue?
Eh, I have no idea.
Did Natasha know about what happened to your brother?
No, of course not.
Do you love beautiful things, Wessler?
Why do you ask that?
You were afraid of losing her, weren't you?
Stop. Enough. If you want to ask something, ask clearly. Don't play with me. You understand?
We're just doing our job.
Then do it clearly. And quickly. Yeah, I'm really starting to lose my
what's up,
patience.
Doc? Albert's letter.
We visited Albert's cell and found something he seems to have forgotten to take with him in his great hurry.
That's a big mistake.
A classic, even.
What the hell are you babbling about?
This is Albert Wessler's love letter to Natasha,
More like a confession.
in which he tells her he's capable of doing anything for her, even the most horrible things.
Yeah, this letter doesn't prove anything at all. Albert is mad. Insane. He's not, normal. No one would believe his word, don't you understand?
But they believe yours, right? Because you're not Albert Wessler. You're Hobart Ibn Wessler, aren't you? How good it feels to be in his skin.
How dare you?
Just tell him, Sonny. I'm getting tired of this.
You're just a cheap fake, Albert. You couldn't follow in your brother's footsteps even if you wanted to. No matter how hard you tried, you couldn't get Natasha either. Am I right?
What? What did you just say?
She hates you, doesn't she? She doesn't know. She doesn't understand why. But she hates you. It's instinctive.
Yeah, what do you know? What could you possibly know about suffering and loneliness and the darkness? What could you know about hate, huh?
Alright, let's question him. Oh!
Albert is an imposter. He's not who he says he is, and might not even know who he really is. I have to concentrate on this first, to soften him up, and to avoid us being shot in the gizzard, of course.
Uh-oh, he does not like us.
What were you thinking, Albert? How long did you think you could keep it up?
Until the end of my life, if needs. Yeah, I cared about nothing except for her to love me. Not for who Ibn was, but for who I am.
Why did you think that would happen? Everybody noticed the change.
Yeah, I knew it would be hard, Santino. But I also know animals see what they want to see. I didn't have to behave like Ibn. They only had to believe I'm him.
Why did you decide to take your brother's place?
Why did you decide to take your brother's place?
Yeah, as you're curious, from the moment I laid eyes on Natasha for the first time. But I had to convince myself that this was the only way.
You've never talked about your feelings for Natasha with your brother, am I right?
Are you insane? Yeah, Ibn would have had me killed immediately. And no one would ever know.
Probably, yeah.
So instead, you've done the same thing, haven't you? What a comfortable excuse.
Comfortable? Do you think all of this was just some kind of cruel game for me? I had to destroy the person I loved and respected the most.
Cry me a river.
Yeah, you know, there's only a thin, fragile membrane between love and hate. If anything touches it, it tears immediately. You felt like this before, haven't you? Yeah, I can see it in your eyes.
You can analyze me until the sun goes down, Wessler. But you won't get far with that.
Yeah, evasive answer.
Okay. Why did you have to mutilate Ibn? Why didn't you just kill him?
Why did you have to mutilate Ibn? Why didn't you just kill him immediately?
That's an interesting question, you see, but the answer is exceptionally simple. No matter how strange it is for you to understand, I loved my brother.
Weird way of showing you love, Albert.
You can't understand that. He was my everything, the only one who was close to me. Until I met Natasha.
She took your brother's place pretty quickly, didn't she? There's not much room in your heart, as I see it.
Yeah, you're understanding the situation, Detective, but you know, very well it's not that simple. Ibn was my brother. I loved him despite all of his flaws and foul, petty lies. And that's why I couldn't kill him.
Not immediately, you mean?
Unfortunately, tearing out his tongue wasn't enough. Yeah, I must admit I've underestimated him.
And poking out his eye?
Oh, that was just an accident, Mr. Featherland.
Just an accident? You're a dirty, clucking son of a vermin, Albert.
Please, don't be vulgar, Sonny. It's too dangerous in your current situation, and doesn't even suit you.
So you feel you're two people at the same time, even now? Oh god, he's not happy.
So you feel you're two people at the same time, even now?
Does it sound crazy? Maybe it is. But Ibn lives inside me. Sometimes he's even stronger than Albert ever was.
Do you think you can avoid the gas chamber with this, Albert?
Jesus Christ.
I don't have to avoid anything, Sonny. You and your friend, will never leave this place. It's better if you start getting used to the thought.
You're not the cold-blooded killer you'd like to think you are.
Yeah, do you think so? Try me, Detective.
What would you have done if Natasha found out? Kill her
What would
too?
you have done if Natasha found out? Kill her, too?
You know what? Maybe, yeah. Maybe I would have ended myself, too.
Narcissistic pricks like you never commit suicide, Albert.
Yeah. Are you sure you want to insult someone who's pointing a revolver at your stomach, Detective?
Good point. Oh, we did not like that. What was your plan? Take his place? Live
That
happily
was your
ever after?
plan. Take his place and live
Oh, look at
happily
it.
ever
He's like
after.
hands shaking.
Why? Isn't it good enough of a plan, Mr. Featherland? It was perfect, even in its imperfection.
Which is?
Ibn's ghost.
His what?
Please don't take it literally, Mr. Chicken. I'm not talking about spirits. When Ibn died, I didn't just take his place, but also his role. He himself, his essence, if you will. Yeah, though I guess that's too much for you to understand.
So you mean Ibn's here with us even now?
He was here all along. Don't you get it? I am Hobart Ibn Wessler.
I must get serious, because looking at the gun in Wessler's trembling hand, I'm afraid I don't have much time. Albert is a cruel psychopath, but maybe I can turn that cruelty against him.
What's the moment you decided to kill him, Albert?
When was the moment you decided to kill him, Albert?
When I drew the last stroke on that fatal painting, Mr. Featherland. When I glanced at it for the last time, and then at Natasha, who was shivering under the weight of my gaze.
You simply fell in love with her? End of story?
Not in the slightest, Mr. Featherland. Love is, just chemistry. What I felt was more than that.
Everybody thinks that, Albert. But we all feel the same. We're just fools.
No, Mr. Featherland. Not at all. At that moment, I knew what I was gonna do. I knew that the world was coming to an end if I didn't do it.
Oh,
It
man, he's
implodes on itself and
crap.
ceases to exist. I couldn't let that happen. I couldn't.
Let him have her, right? You simply wanted her for yourself.
I wanted her for ourselves, Sonny. I was him by then. He just didn't know it yet.
What did you do that make Ibn get you locked? That you do that made Ibn get you locked
What did
up?
you do that made Ibn get you locked up?
That's a sharp-tongued detective.
It just came to me, you know? Where did it all start? Where did all the hate and jealousy come from?
Jealousy? What are you talking about?
Oh, come on, Albert. Alone, locked up at the end of the world, while your brother is one of the most influential figures of Clawville, driving an expensive car, living in a mansion, with the city's most desirable woman in his bed. Why wouldn't you be jealous?
Yeah, Albert was jealous of Ibn. Maybe he still is. But I understand why he did it. Albert was beyond control. And dangerous.
What does that mean exactly?
Albert did our mother wrong. Poor old Mom. She never heard her fly. But Albert couldn't take that she was praising his brother all the time while Albert was just an unsuccessful, foolish, poor painter.
What did you do to her, Albert?
God.
Albert killed her. It looked like an accident, but Ibn knew it wasn't. That was the last straw. Albert had to be locked up, and he agreed. He never said no to his brother.
But he never forgot who did this to him either.
Ibn was really good to him. Visited him every week. Did everything he could. Even introduced Natasha in the end.
And that was his downfall.
Both of them, Sonny. And yours, too.
You hate Ibn and yourself more, Albert. When did you? No, let's not. No, let's actually ask him.
Did you
about that.
hate Ibn or yourself more, Albert?
Albert hated himself the most ever since he was born. He idolized Ibn. But every time his brother stood before him, he saw what he could have been himself if he had enough strength. But he didn't. Albert had always been a coward, a pitiful nobody.
And now?
Finally, there's no more Albert. And no more Ibn either. It's only me, and for both of them, I'm perfect.
Just
Can it be that the fear is making you say these things, Albert?
Stop calling me that.
I have to call you something. What should I call you? What name should I use?
I don't know anymore. I don't.
I'm very close to breaking him. But if I'm too hard on him, I could quickly be signing my death warrant. It's time to dig a little bit deeper and uncover Wessler's wounds.
Like, Natasha was kind to you, right?
Natasha was kind to you, right? Too kind.
Natasha was, simply amazing, gentle, kind, lively, but still so, distant.
You're telling me.
It's like she was from another world. A world where everything's full of charm and grace and everything's fragile and delicate. Do you understand?
I think I do, yeah.
I know Albert's touch would harm her. Albert is rough. Albert can't keep such a delicate thing in his arms.
That's why you had to become Ibn, am I right?
I didn't take Ibn's place, Mr. Featherland. I became one with him, can't you see? It's the only way I could comprehend and accept the
We call it
miracle
all
that was
shit.
Natasha.
Was.
I think I've corrupted her. She's not that gentle and pure creature I painted on the canvas anymore. I ruined her. She became rotten under my hands.
Maybe it's not too late.
Maybe it's not too late, Albert. Tell her the truth and end this.
No. You can't understand this. She can't either. I killed Ibn, but he also killed me, can't you see? We're nothing without each other.
You can't be two people at the same time, Albert. Nobody can bear the weight of the sins of two souls.
Ibn loved her. I admired her. Ibn was crazy about her. I've been crazy for a long time. Ibn idolized her, and I hated her. And if there's anything more blind, more devoted, more extreme, and more true than love, it could only be hate, Mr. Featherland. It's an endlessly exciting, thrilling, and warm feeling. And infinitely red. Just like love.
Dang it to red,
You
baby.
know you're not going to be able to go through with it, right? That you won't be able to carry the weight. But you still did it. Why?
Yeah, if I didn't kill him and become one with him, Albert would have died, Mr. Featherland.
And the threats? Which one of you was that? Albert or Ibn? Who wrote them? And which one of you killed Deborah?
In my world, Ibn and I are inseparable. Just like love and hate are one and the same. And I hate Natasha so much that I could destroy myself along with her, just so she would die with me. Are you familiar with this feeling, Mr. Featherland?
More than life itself.
You see? We're not so different after all.
You and I have nothing in common, Wessler. You know why?
Why, Mr. Featherland?
Because if I were in your shoes, I would have pulled the trigger a long time ago.
Goodbye, Sonny.
So long, Albert.
Oh, we're just gonna die. Uh-oh. Bad copper. Bang. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Did Natasha kill him? Oh, yeah. Thanks, Natasha. Femme fatale. You can't even see me, I'm invisible.
So, you heard everything.
I heard everything.
Of course he was gonna be at the door.
I'm sorry you had to find out like this.
And thank you. If it weren't for you,
Yes, both of you would be dead, I know. But believe me, I still thought carefully before firing.
About who to target.
You know, I truly loved Ibn.
But this man wasn't him. You felt it, didn't you?
Maybe I even knew it. I don't know. But I still can't believe it.
It won't be easy to process for any of us.
I'm sorry I dragged you into this. And regarding Molly,
the cops. But how? How do they know?
I have no idea, Marty.
do not look at me. I did not call them.
Olivia?
Don't worry, Natasha. They won't lay a finger on you.
Please, Sonny. You don't need to worry about me.
I don't want to be rude, Sonny, but I'm more worried about us than her. Hello, boss.
Hello, boys.
Now, before you say anything, we can explain.
No need for that, Santino. Monica already told me everything.
Monica?
Hey, boys. What were you thinking? That I would just let you get killed without saying goodbye?
Thanks, Mon. Should we say we owe you one?
They owe so
You
many
know
people.
already, boys. Shoes are my weakness.
Hey, mine too.
Of all that's furry, we don't want to
Yeah,
hear
he's got
that.
a foot
And
fetish.
boys,
He wants to be stepped on.
Yes, boss.
don't believe you'll get away with it so easily. I want a report on my desk from both of you with all the details. Am I clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. It'll all make sense, believe us. Right after I figure out myself what the hell just happened.
What Marty's trying to tell you is that we had good reason to investigate outside the law. But we're sorry.
What happened to you, Sonny? You're sorry? Did you hit your head?
Why does everybody keep asking that?
Why indeed?
So can we go now, boss? Without getting handcuffed?
Don't give me ideas, Santino.
Thanks, boss.
Oh, hey Timothy.
How the hell did you find your way here, Tim? Always where the trouble is.
Sometimes I think you're the criminal mastermind behind all the dark dealings in this city.
I wish.
I wish too, because then we could legally throw you in jail.
I love your sense of humor, Sonny.
I wasn't joking.
So, where did you get the scoop?
Are you kidding me? The whole city's talking about you. You've left quite the mess behind.
Yeah, we've been busy.
That I admit.
Well, it's a miracle that all of the city's smear sheet journalists aren't here already. Oh, while we're at it, will you give me an exclusive interview?
Clock off, Tim.
Hey!
I don't really want to talk to them. Let's talk to Natasha.
So, what now? Where to next?
I think I should mourn, right?
You should.
But I don't know what to feel anymore, Sonny.
I understand, Natasha. You know, if you need anything,
Yes, I know where to find you.
Hey,
see you around, sweetheart.
sweethearts.
Ma'am.
Goodbye, detectives.
Just say bye.
What? Are you waiting for...
No, sir.
okay.
Then stop.
Yes, sir.
Monica.
Thanks again, Mon. If not for you, those furheads would have put holes in us.
No wonder, since you put holes in their boss.
Well, actually, that wasn't us.
Then who was it?
Natasha.
Really? I wouldn't have thought it of her. It's a pleasant surprise.
It was for us too, believe me.
Is this a man?
Or a
Alright.
sloth, a serious.
We don't need to talk about it again. We didn't talk about it before, but... Oh! Hi Olivia.
Hey, Olivia.
Marty,
I just, wanted to thank you
for what exactly?
for trying to save us.
I didn't do it only for you, believe me. I loved my job while I had it. Now my employee is dead, so I don't have a job anymore.
I
Ugh.
didn't even think of that.
Of course you didn't.
Can I do anything to help?
I think I'll manage. I always do.
Hey Bosco.
You're a good boy, Bosco.
Good boy.
Nice work.
You know, folks, somebody's gotta take care of the real police work while you're tearing up the city.
Sorry for the mess, Bosco, but you know us.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do.
How did you catch them? After the gunshot, I was sure these two would show up. They have a habit of doing that.
They were already in cuffs before then, Sonny. We had the house surrounded. If you could have hung on, maybe nobody would have died.
Hey, a second longer and it would have been us.
That's your story.
Cluck you sideways, Bosco.
Hey man, you get fucking held up by a crazy lunatic. You try it, see how it works for you. Let's talk real quick.
Gentlemen,
Gentlemen,
we're honestly very sorry.
Yeah, this
Blah, blah, blah.
peacefully.
for myself, I'm glad, gentlemen. I would have sincerely regretted it if we had to shoot both of you, but unfortunately, that seemed to be the only solution to this, rather nasty...
Blah, blah,
Don't
blah.
think we'll be behind bars for long, chickens. Whistler may be dead, but his empire still won't crumble.
Oh, look at that. He can talk.
In complex sentences, too.
Yeah, or something like that.
Amazing.
Okay. Neat.
what are you doing here?
I was just driving around. You know.
Trying to feed your grandpa? So, was it a case? Were you, maybe investigating us?
What can I say, Sonny? Am I busted?
Did someone hire you to follow us?
I just had to keep an eye on you and not get involved. That's all. I admit there were a couple of crazy situations when it was hard not to.
But you managed somehow, right?
A professional's a professional, my friend.
Yeah, thanks. So you won't tell us who hired you, whatever we do?
Unfortunately, I can't, my friend. I made a promise.
I wonder who
You
did
and your
hire him.
promises.
Some people still take them seriously.
You're a real piece of guano. You know that?
Of course. I've learned everything from you, you old fart.
So, here they are, ladies and gentlemen. The Chicken Police, in the flesh.
Damn it, Tim. Drop it and cluck off.
Oh, no, boys. This time, you deserve it.
What the cluck did you say, boss?
Stand up straight and try to look like someone who's glad to be alive.
No.
Yes, sir. We'll try.
Ooh, attention Chicken Police. Say cheese.
Oh, the Empire's in ruins. Oh, Natasha went missing. Oh, she better. She did. The following animal species were not included in this game. Indo-Chinese tiger, northern... What is this? Miss Waldron's red colobus? Lost shark? Mostly because during the development of the game, all these species have been declared extinct. Oh, wow. 1,000 times. That's sad. That's a really good statistic to include. I was like, what the fuck is going on? But that's actually really good. I like that they included that. Oh wow, look at it. Oh, 2011. It was like Pixel. Oh wow. It evolved a little bit, but it's really gotten good over time. This is a really cool credits. I like that they show pictures of people. Is that Boobo? Is that Natasha? It's a real cat. Oh my god, murder my tweet is murder my tweet. That's, oh my god. That's really good. This is one of the best credits I've seen in a long time. This is how credits should be. Oh yeah, look at that in like different languages. Yeah, they got like real people to like wear the outfits and like do the stuff. Okay, here they got chicken like those reference photos and stuff. Oh, concept art for Ibis and like mansion. Interesting.
The whole world goes to black and white. The moon is falling. I hear you calling. My city is on fire. I hear a bang and my heart beats.
Wow, they have a lot to say. Oh. Bucket.
Natasha?
You were expecting me, weren't you?
I wouldn't say that, but I'm not surprised.
I just wanted to talk to you.
About what exactly?
You know very well.
What do you think, Natasha? Why didn't she tell me?
Because she loved you.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for you, she may have never left the place. Perhaps she'd still be there.
Ah, sheep shit.
We used to dream about falling in love with a nice man who comes and saves us someday. A knight in shining armor. You know, like in the fairy tales.
And how did that work out for you?
She fell in love with a good guy. I didn't. I envy her.
I'm not that good guy, Natasha.
That's a
But if
picture
it's
of
any
her, like,
consolation,
somebody-
she could have found him Maybe she's living with him right now, somewhere on the other side of the world.
Well, goodbye, Sonny.
So long, sweetheart. Hey, Natasha, you have a light? I've been trying to smoke this sorry-ass cig all day. It's driving me crazy.
Maybe you don't really need it.
This is weird.
Maybe you're right. Maybe.
It's weird that they did like the real. Call me 555-223. 555-223. Whatever happens, happens. Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop. What happens if you call that number? Let's just try it really quick. Skip cutscene.
Ah, crap.
Or was it 555-233? No, I was right. Interesting. It's just the music though, right? Well, I'll put it on and I'll give my thoughts on the game. Oh, is it 233? My bad. Okay. Whatever. Screw it, I don't give a shit. Yeah, the game's good. It was kind of fun. It was interesting. I think some of the mechanics were kind of bare bones, to be honest with you. But it was fun. Like, I think what I really like about this game is the lore. I love the lore for Chicken Police. I want them to play more games in the Chicken Police universe. I want to learn more about the Hive. I want to learn more about those, like, insect ghettos. I think that was really cool. I think the gameplay could have like had some work done to it. I think making this more choose your own adventure could have been interesting. I feel like there's elements where that could have been really fun, but the gameplay elements were very bare bones. I think the mystery should have been a little bit more difficult to solve because I am very bad at guessing what will happen, what the you know shit it like what the mystery actually is. Like I usually never guess what it is. So the fact that I'm able to guess it makes me think that they need to have, you know, tone it down a little bit and like change some of the clues, make some red herrings, and yeah. But you know, I think it's an interesting game. I'd get a Frank Drebin grade on a question. I never got a living legend grade. Oh wow. Kill the lights on the enemy card. I never didn't know there was even lights. Huh. But yeah, I think it was fun. It was a nice change of pace from Elden Ring. But I think after this, we're going to go for a bit of a more long-term game, and I think y'all enjoy it. So until then, well, this is your cousin Billy saying bye-bye. Sayonara, sweetheart.